August 11th, 1974. Just 2 days after Richard Nixon became the first American president to resign, the United States was still trying to find its balance. Washington was quiet, too quiet. The roar of scandal had finally broken, leaving behind only an eerie calm and the slow, uncertain work of rebuilding trust. Inside the White House, a new president, Gerald Ford, sat at the resolute desk. No longer the loyal vice president standing in Nixon's shadow, Ford was now the 38th president of the United States. And yet, he carried a burden almost as heavy as the one that had forced Nixon out. Gerald Ford had been in office for barely 48 hours. The country wasn't celebrating a new beginning, it was holding its breath. The Watergate tapes had exposed corruption at the very top, and Americans wondered, could the system really recover? On this Sunday morning, the press circled like hawks. Every word from Ford, every glance, every pause was analyzed. Would he continue Nixon's policies? Would he go after his former boss? Or would he try to close the chapter on Watergate altogether? And then there was Richard Nixon himself. Removed from office, disgraced, yet still a looming presence. On August 11th, while Gerald Ford tried to steady the nation, Nixon remained silent. No press conferences. No apologies. Just the image of a man pacing the lonely corridors of his California retreat, still watching, still waiting. That afternoon, Ford addressed the nation once again. He spoke of honesty, of moving beyond the long national nightmare. He promised transparency. He promised healing. But he knew, and America knew, that shadows do not vanish overnight. Watergate had scarred the very soul of the presidency. August 11th, 1974 was not a day of celebration. It was a day of adjustment. The White House had a new occupant, the country had a new direction, but the question still lingered, could America forgive, and could it ever truly forget?